Quasidb Trading Plan, and why you'd probably want to have a trading plan, why you need a trading plan actually. It's not whether or not you want one or not, but you need to have like a rule book. If you don't, then you're going to end up like this guy at the bottom of the sea. What's happened with this guy, he hadn't had a plan. He didn't really have very strict risk management that was included in the plan, and so when the wave came, he wasn't quite prepared for it, and because his risk management was so poor, he started going underwater. Another wave would come and he wasn't prepared for it, and then he went underwater, and it happened so many times. What's happened now, he's sitting at the bottom of the sea and he's wondering what's happened, and he thinks trading's hard. It's a really, it's a sucker's game. You shouldn't be doing it, but you can be profitable, but you just need to learn how to navigate the waves. You need to know how to control your emotions, and so when the wave comes, you're prepared. All right, and so having a plan ensures that preparedness of that ensuing wave, because they will come, and that's what trading is. You've got big volatility coming your way. You need to be ready for it, and so I mean, sometimes it can be just profitable just watching, and so you don't start sinking. Or if you're ready for the wave, then that's fine. But if you're not really ready for the wave, then you could maybe argue you need to be using smaller sizes, or just like demo account, because you really don't want to be this guy here, because he's like lost a lot of money and is wondering what the hell happened. So this can be totally avoided by having a plan. What's happened to this guy, he's got a compass and it's spinning, constantly spinning, and he doesn't know if he's going up or down, left or right. And so while this is all going on, he's getting hit by these waves, and he starts sinking. So by having a plan, at least his compass is telling the direction. And this is where the sentiment comes in, because we like to look at risk appetite and the risk calculation. So we have an idea about the compass. So basically it's just saying that you want to be prepared for the waves. This guy surely wasn't, and this is like emblematic of a vast majority of retail traders worldwide. They just simply don't know when to trade and when not to trade, how large the sizes it should be, how much percentage he or she should respect. He really doesn't know, and so he's got control of this large ship, which is his capital, and it's all going well until that wave hits him. Then he wasn't ready for it. Now by having a plan, you're ready for that wave. Right, so you can ride that wave, and admittedly it might come, you might have a small loss, but that's fine, because we have to embrace small losses, and then you profit. Right, you ride that wave, and then you come down and you make some nice profit, and then the next wave comes. So you're ready for it basically, and by not having a plan, you'll never be ready. And so you want to try and what you want to try and do is try and make it concrete, because having a plan is sort of like up in the cloud, where it's not really firmly ingrained into your mind. By repeating it and learning it by heart, then it becomes more physical. It's got a structure. So it's hopefully this video should help you avoid this, and it should help you, it will help you remain on top of the wave. How you deal with the wave is down to you, but this will certainly help you navigate the wave. Right? And sometimes the best way, it can be to monitor, it can be to really reduce your risk size. Until we know whether or not which way the compass is going, then we can resume back to normal sizes, because currently we're looking at risk on, risk off, and we're fluctuating. The geopolitics, the Ukraine-Russia crisis, we shouldn't fundamentally be risk on, but it looks like it might be getting resolved. So there's lots of mights, ifs, shoulds, and so we do need to be careful. So this guy, his compass failed him, his risk management failed him, and now he's at the bottom of the sea. Right, we don't want to be that guy, and we can avoid that guy by having a plan. So I've created a template. Do read this if you can. It should really help. It should improve your trading experience as well. I won't necessarily have to read everything. You can just simply read it, whenever you've got free time. There is a video here, and the elephant and its rider. See, the elephant is your unconscious mind, and it's emotive. It's emotionally driven. Fear, greed, worry, ecstasy, panic. All those really strong human emotions are a large part of your brain. And now, as a trader, you need to remain on top of your emotions. And this is where this trading plan comes into play, because it enables you to remain in control by having a strict rule book. So that's really, really, really important. I might just talk about the traffic light analogy, and then I'll just let you read it whenever you get a free chance. And obviously, you change where appropriate. You need to tailor this to yourself, so it becomes like an individual process where you own this document. And don't disregard it, because if you disregard it, then you're going to be like this guy, and he probably knew he had to have good risk management, but then he got slack. You absolutely must have a decent plan and excellent risk management. So I will talk about the traffic light analogy in case you're not familiar with it, and then I'll simply let you read it whenever you get a free chance. It's not that long. It can be read 10 minutes or so, but you probably want to tailor it and personalize it, and so you make it your own. Okay, so the traffic light analogy. So when we're children and we're walking into town with our parents or school teacher, and basically they say you don't cross at the red light, you wait at the amber, and then you go at the green. And now this was reinforced so much as children. We as adults, we know it. We know this unconsciously. We don't have to think red light, stop, amber, wait, green, go. We know it unconsciously. We know to wait for the green light. Or if you're really, really careful, you could potentially enter here, but it's so much safer to enter here. So this is ingrained into our conscious mind as adults. We don't have to think about this with any difficulty at all. That's just like accepted knowledge, right? Now, this isn't. This is it'd be an unknown for a lot of people if you're new to trading, or if you're an old trader but you still don't have a plan. This isn't ingrained into your unconscious mind. Because it isn't, it can be neglected, and it can be forgotten. Now, you never forget this until the day you die. This will remain in your mind, and this is what you need to do with this. This needs to be ingrained into your mind. So it's actually part of the process of trading, and that's just part of the process of navigating the streets as you go into town. This is just a part, like a safety measure, right? So this is basically like a traffic light, but for adults, right? It's obviously more complex because it's trading. It's not necessarily easy because there's lots of things you need to do, and you need to learn, and you need to stick to as well. This is a very simple analogy. This is the same core concept. Like, you wouldn't enter a trade without any preparation. You'd simply wait for the trade to come to you, and then you'd enter, but with risk management. Okay, so it's basically the traffic light analogy, but for adults. And you need to try and get this to stick into your unconscious mind. The only way it's going to stick is that you just learn it, and then you believe in it. If you believe in it, then it becomes real. If it becomes real, then you'll remember. You'll remember it. Good video there. Watch that if you haven't seen it already. Little tips about how to maximize success, some psychological stuff, a little bit about sleeping and about drawdown. So that's important. This is why I've had quite a lot of success recently, because I'm not having drawdown on my account any longer, and I'm sleeping better. Because before I would have a big drawdown, and you wake up quite early, and it'd be like, oh God, that's horrendous. You go back to sleep, and you don't necessarily have great dreams because you're worried. You're a bit stressed, and then you become complacent about those losses as well. And complacency is an absolute killer. And this guy was got complacent. So this is symptomatic of the vast majority of retail traders worldwide. They're just constantly underwater, and so he could fund his account. He could be above water again. I think, oh, this isn't so bad. Wave comes and crash. Oh, he starts going underwater again because of this, and because of that. Right? He didn't really realise, or he or she didn't realise, that there was stuff that he had to obey, and so obviously he started sinking. So read it. It should help. Tailor it to yourself. Own this document, and you should be fine. Hopefully it's not too long, and should hopefully help a lot. So what I'd recommend that you do is do a Control A, and then you right click, copy, and then you paste it into Word, or you paste it into your own Google Docs, and then you create it for yourself, and then you own that document. And by owning it, then it becomes real. If you believe in it, then you'll be successful.